And hopefully Facebook is now in sync with our Zoom. So hi everyone, did you know that there is a battle going on right this moment in our guts, in our body, and it's a battle that actually happens 24/7, and it's a battle between, or a fight between, the good bacteria and the bad bacteria, or the good bugs versus the bad bugs. And it's really important to make sure for good health that we have the good bugs always outnumbering and outbalancing the bad bugs, because when the bad bacteria actually get the upper hand, it can cause a lot of problems for our health with our digestion and our detoxing and cleansing. And it can lead to some pretty horrible symptoms that kind of make us feel a bit blah. So it can lead to things like being a bit foggy, being a bit windy, maybe really windy. It can lead to problems with skin, so skin challenges. It can cause issues for our sleep. And we really need to make sure that we can support our good bugs. And we can do that through something called probiotics. I'm sure you've all heard of before. Probiotics are actually the live bacteria, the live flora that we need in our gut. And when we're talking about our gut, we're actually talking about the large and the small intestine. So we talk about the gut microbiome, to be specific, when we're talking about our probiotics. And microbiome just means, micro means really small, and biome means the living part, which I've taught about a lot in geography beforehand, because we talk about biomes all the time. So this small living environment is really important in our body, and sometimes we don't give it the attention that we really need, because it's internal, and sometimes we, in our busy lifestyles, tend to dismiss some of the symptoms that we actually are challenged with. But lucky for us, we have a beautiful probiotic that Young Living have formulated for us, and it's called Life 9. And what I love about all the Young Living supplements is, particularly if you're new, the names give us a really big clue, a really big hint as to what benefits it brings our body. So we have other products like sulfazyme. So the sulfur is a supplement that helps deliver naturally occurring sulfur to our body. We have one called Omega-Gize, and omega sounds like omega-3s because that's our fish oil, our omega product. And this one is, so you can see it, I'm sorry, the light's not very good here. I look a bit grey and pasty. But this one's called Life 9, and Life 9 is about giving us 9 live strains of super beneficial bacteria. We're not going to go into the different benefits of the bacteria, but you can most definitely look it up and research it, because these 9 strains work really, really well together. They work better together than they do apart, and that is called being synergistic. Like synergistically, they work really well together. And your capsules actually deliver over 17 billion, not million, but 17 billion life cultures to our gut, where we need it for good health. And what I love about this probiotic is that it can help benefit our body in 3 main ways. So when we're talking about adult health and our probiotic, it really helps with digestion. So that's when you're looking at how the body breaks down our food and the nutrients that it delivers to all parts of our body systems. The second benefit is that it helps with detoxing, or cleansing and detoxing, so eliminating all the stuff that we don't want in our body anymore, or the yucky bits. And it also helps with supporting and promoting a really good immune system, so good immunity. And that's so important because, you know, a lot of research lately is showing that 70 to 80% of our immunity, our whole body immunity, actually originates in our gut. So that's a really good reason why you want to make sure that you are getting a great probiotic into your daily protocol. So with your Life 9, this one comes in this canister. There's 30 in here, and it looks like this. And you pop 1 a day at the end of the day, and once it's open, it's actually shelf stable. until it's opened, and then you need to make sure you pop it in the refrigerator. There's 30 in there. You take one a day after your meal in the evening, about half an hour to an hour afterwards, unless you're on antibiotics and you kind of want to buffer that a little bit more. And because there's 30, that means it gives you a whole month's supply. And something really special about this, which I really love, because Young Living is totally into science and testing, and they always like channel awesome science into their products, and this one is no different. So this actually has something called an enteric coating. So it's a special little coating around our capsule that protects it. So as we swallow it, and it goes down our throat, our esophagus into our tummies, it actually, as it transits and passes through, it doesn't get broken down by all the stomach acid, because as you know, our stomach is a really acidic environment, and we don't want these 9 live cultures to be destroyed in our tummy. We want it to be able to continue to move down to the gastrointestinal tract, all the way down to our gut microbiome, so our small and our large intestine, and release these good guys and target our microbiome. So it makes me really think, you know, we've bought probiotics before, but we've only had 2 or 3 different strains, not 9 strains, and each one of those 9 strains just doesn't deliver one benefit. They actually multitask, which is quite amazing. But also, I'm sure we've bought probiotics in the past that don't have this special enteric coating. So kind of makes me wonder, you know, how effective we were in actually supporting our gut microbiome with the live flora, because I'm thinking probably a lot of them probably died in my tummy and didn't get en route to where it was supposed to go. And one other thing that I wanted to talk about with the importance of why we love our Life 9 is actually our lifestyle factors. So, you know, this good and bad balance is so important. That's what we're really talking about. That's the heart of talking about good gut microbiome health. And our lifestyle factors actually can help give the bad bacteria the upper hand and tip the balance the way we don't want it to. So things like, you know, poor sleep or little sleep, little exercise, your diet, the food that you eat can also help impact the amount of good bacteria that are able to thrive and live in that environment. Things like your processed foods, your sugary foods. Bacteria love sugar. They love to party on sugar. They absolutely thrive on sugar. So the sugary foods, the fatty foods, they can also impact numbers. And then things like when we get sick and when we take antibiotics. And also something to think about is about the toxins that we actually introduce and let come through our door. You know, a lot of the cleaning products have toxins in them, our personal care, our beauty products, you know, the things we spray in the air, all those toxins can also contribute to impacting the flora, the good flora numbers. And you want to make sure that we can populate and recolonize the good bacteria, which actually makes it sound like a bit of a sci-fi movie, doesn't it? Recolonizing the populations. But that is really, really important. So that is pretty much our Life 9. It's 9 beneficial super strains of bacteria, 17 billion cultures. It's a great way to get the good bugs into your system. It's your probiotics are a great gut armor, and it's just a really, really great way to love your guts.